Welcome to the 𝗓𝗶𝘃𝗶𝘃𝗶 podcast, where we tell our stories unapologetically, experiences that shaped us and experiences that continue to shape us. And on today's episode, I'm joined by the beautiful, the sassy Moraa.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast once again.
Thank you.
So today we are going to be talking, we are business people.
Yes,
we are going to talk about our founder journeys. Yeah, so we will probably talk about our experiences, how it's been, what are the lessons we've drawn from running a business, etc. So karibu Moraa.
Thank you, Elena. So I realized you didn't introduce yourself.
I know. Oh yes, I'm your host, Miss Kimaru. Yes.
I'm the founder of Akayaa Living. Akayaa Living is a maker of candles, diffusers, crochet items, and many more things that are yet to come. Yeah, that's the introduction.
Nice. Okay. Oh, and her candles smell so nice. Oh my God. When you light them up, it's like, oh.
Thank you.
You should actually get them. Yeah. We have, actually, she came with samples. So for those people who are watching us on YouTube, you can see some of the samples. But also we are going to link her socials on our description so that you can actually check her out on social media and find out what is Akayaa all about and what she does. For me, I would say I own a business. It's called LatitudeZero Opportunities. It's way back in 2019. Yes, LatitudeZero Opportunity has sort of been addressing the skills gap here in Kenya. We've been training young people and including kids on different types of skills, from hands-on skills like beadworking. We've done coding. We've taught kids how to code using programs like Scratch. We've taught photography, a bit of woodworking. Yeah, so it's actually been intense, and also a bit of freelance like virtual assistant work and writing.
It's a whole empire.
I know. It's a journey I have honestly enjoyed. So we are going to probably dig deeper into our businesses. So for example, for you, what was the inspiration? What led you to start your business, honestly?
Okay. For me, I've always admired the slow life, the slow mornings. And having tried employment, I wanted to try something that is something that can outlive me. So I looked at employment, especially during COVID, the way several people's employment was terminated. Yeah. And there was nothing they could do about it. And then, so I was thinking, and then I wanted to come up with a business activity that I can do, that I don't need to do every day. Yeah, and then it's something it can actually be scaled up and can actually outlive me. You know, in employment, once you've reached your retirement time, you just go home, but there is nothing you're passing on to your children. So I wanted to have something that I can pass to my children. It had to be something that gives me the freedom of just managing my time. I wanted to be able to have some days that I don't get to work. So I went researching, and I had actually thought of maybe doing household decor items.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like vases and other decorative items like that. And then during my research, I came across candle makers, especially in Europe and the US. And I saw how they were making candles, and it seemed very, very interesting. And I actually remembered that I had been trying to make my house be fragrant. So I had been buying these what do you call these sticks? Incense sticks. To make my house smell better.
Interesting.
But then they were a bit toxic. They were a bit choking. The smoke was choking.
It's usually a lot of.
Yes.
It's too much.
Yes, and then I also found out that these room sprays, they're a bit too choky, too intense. And then I also thought some of them did not smell like the actual plants.
Yeah.
You get a lavender room spray and it smells something synthetic. So I wanted to come up with, I have always admired that just opening my house and I get in and it smells nice. So I tried those incense sticks, but I was very concerned about my health because of that smoke. And actually their smells also felt a bit synthetic. So when I came across people who are making candles, especially with essential oils, actually it sparked my interest. I went and researched. I actually researched for like 3 months. Oh, wow. 3 months. I would wake up at 6 and sleep at 2 a.m. and I'm on my laptop researching. Like, do you know, you can't just make something that people are going to consume without proper research. And you have to make sure this is something that is safe because I'm not a chemist.
I agree.
Yeah, so I had to really research and do proper research, know which essential oils cannot be burnt.
Okay.
And know which ones are safe to burn. So which ones I can use in a candle, which ones cannot be used in a candle, but can be used in a diffuser. So I wanted to create a business that I would actually buy the products from. Makes the kind of products I would like to buy. Yes, so that was one aspect, things that I was looking for, something to make my room fragrant. The other bit I said is I wanted a business that gives me flexibility with my time. So I could make candles today, like 1,000 of them, and then I can sell them the other times.
Marketing.
And as long as I do, like, and at least now I've moved from one activity to another. I could wake up when I want. And still run my online campaigns and do deliveries.
Makes sense.
So it's one of those that fit. I actually came up with several business ideas, but that one fit. Yeah.
Oh wow. And what's like the inspo behind the name?
That one. So Akayaa is a Kisii word meaning a little good thing.
Oh wow.
It was inspired by actually, we came up with the name with my friend. And there is a friend of mine called Calvin. So we were just coming up with names, but then none of those names meant much. But how we settled on Akayaa is I used to tell him how when I was young, my mom used to call me Akayaa. So anytime I would cry, I think I was such a fussy baby. And my mom would just tell me, come here, you are Akayaa, so you are a little good thing.
Oh, wow.
And my mom would hug me, dote on me and make everything become fine again. So I associated that feeling of comfort, happiness, and motherly hug and love with Akayaa because they smell nice, they elevate your mood. Yeah, so that is how Akayaa came about. So we settled on that name.
That's a very intentional name. A little good thing.
Yeah, and a little good thing.
Yeah, I have used her candles and they smell so nice, honestly.
Thank you. Yeah. Actually, I've gotten very good feedback. I had come up with several scents. And then, of course, from the feedback I got from people, I settled on like 4 scents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So right now, which types of scents do you have available?
So I have only natural scents. First of all, they're like plant derivatives. For instance, eucalyptus, lavender, and sandalwood. So I do not have non-plant scents. There are those like baby powder or sea salt. I mean, how do we derive an oil from sea salt? I mean, so I wanted natural ingredients because I'm very concerned about using non-toxic products, especially like it had to be something that I can use, and I'm very conscious about toxic products.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been the journey. So we've been in operation this is the 2nd year.
Oh, wow.
And I could say it's been successful. Like, it turned out better than I thought. I have had repeat clients. I had people buy for their friends. So
recommend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so tell us about LatitudeZero. I have first observed you do LatitudeZero, but I have never known why did you name it LatitudeZero and how did it come about?
Actually, LatitudeZero, I didn't even come up with the name, but how it came up about when I was in uni, I think in 2nd year of my uni, I started doing beadworking. So I was so curious. I remember, when we were in high school, there's this lady called 𝗓𝗛𝗆. 𝗓𝗓𝗆, at some point when she was in the institute, she was making beads from paper. So when I was in uni, I always wanted to know how was she making it. That's where my first curiosity actually began. So when I was in uni, I one of those days I'm seated in my house. It was actually at night, and then I was like, how did she do it? And then I Googled. Make Google your friend.
By the Kwanza, University of YouTube.
University of YouTube. Google everything. So I Googled, and then the first, on the official first search site, the first page, the first link, it took me exactly to how you do it. And then I remember my boyfriend at the time from the uni, he had a campaign at school. So he was running to become a student finance director or something like that. And he had these posters that were remaining. When you want to make paper, those types of beads from paper, you need the glossy paper or the magazine like paper. So the campaign ones were exactly like that. So I take his whatever because were done with the campaign, but the materials were there. We had glue because we were sticking them on walls at school and stuff like that. I took them. I started making the paper out of the beads from the paper. That night I didn't sleep because it's something that came to me at 12 a.m.
There is something about ideas. Once you get an idea, you can't sleep.
You're like, no, I'm not sleeping. I have to finish. So I did it that night, and then I realized the things 𝗓𝗓𝗆 used to make, they had what is it called? She used to incorporate the Maasai beads. So I didn't have Maasai beads in my house, but now I was like, I need to do this. And the thing with me, if I start the way you've talked about, if I find an idea, I am usually not at rest until the day I execute it. So it keeps lingering in my mind. So after that, I went to town. I looked for a shop where they were selling those beads. I came across a Muhindi shop, and then he was selling one strand, a very small strand, at 20 shillings. I was like, no, this is not viable. But I think I bought 2. And then a week later, we are walking in town. We walk into a 𝗓𝗔𝗆𝘃𝗁 just in Inikwa streets, and then I find a shop. Outside they had displayed the beadwork. The ones you make from paper. And we go into that shop, and behind the lady, there's all these manner of beads. I felt like I was at 𝗓𝗃𝗃, for those people who know 𝗓𝗃𝗃. She had so many beads, African beads, all these manner of beads, big beads, and the ones you can make earrings. And then I found her, she was making them. So I stayed there. We stayed there for 1 hour with my boyfriend. And then we bought, that time I bought things that were worth 416 shillings. I walked out of her shop. I don't tell her that I don't know how to make I don't know even how to make, but I was observing what she was doing. I didn't tell her I don't have, there's a specific pliers you use. It was called round nose. I didn't tell her I have it. So now we're moving in town looking for a place to buy the pliers. It's a long story, but I'll try and cut it short. So we get the pliers we get, it's not even close. It's a different one, but I have it up to date. It's a different one. And then I go to the house and try it and struggle with that one. We make a few products. The next time I will go to her shop, I tell her, by the way, do you have that? Pliers? And then she's like, you could have said the last time you were here. I sell those ones too.
Okay.
So that's why it began. I started selling in campus. I would go room to room hawking in the evening, and I would see people are interested. Initially, it was quite a challenge, and then eventually people started warming up to stuff. People were making orders. I started making so many things and discovering so much. And then I started teaching people. How to do it so that they could make money, because I was making money. And then I remember I was telling this friend of mine, the one we ended up doing the business with, my business partner, I'll be like, one day when I finish uni, I would want to demystify the idea of people overlooking blue collar jobs, like the hands kind of stuff, because it made me money when I was in uni. And I could see the potential. And people were finishing school, awana kazi, they're looking for work, no work. So I was like, one day I'll start a vocational training school. And 2 years down the line, we started another company with 𝗵𝘁𝘁𝗽 company. And then we volunteered in some place in Kakamega. We went there to give them laptops, and then for a weekend I taught the kids in that home how to use a laptop. And then I told him later, I was like, I don't think those kids know how to use that laptop because they've just touched it for 3 days. And then after that I was like, you know what, during the April holiday I would like to go there for a month to volunteer and teach them how to use computers.
Yeah.
So I go there. I teach them how to use computers, and alongside I carry my beads, because I used to have a lot of beads in my house sitting around. I take the beads, I teach them the beadwork. After I'm done with the holiday, I take photos of each kid with everything they had done and the projects they had worked on their computers. We send the people who own the home. They're so excited. They're like, can we hire her?
Oh.
Or what do you want? People ask her what she wants. And so my friend comes to me and they're like, what do you want? And then they were like, you've always said you want to start a school. Do you want to start a school? Or may I think you should start a business?
Wow.
That's how LatitudeZero was born.
So, I have also said that my friend helped me name the business. Like, it also seems that your friend pushed you actually to see the opportunity in this case.
Because I think actually, now come to think of it, let me give him his flowers. If it was up to me, probably that time, I would have probably been like, let me get paid. And let me give a quote of how much I want to be paid. But this person challenged me. They were like, yeah, we can start a business and we incorporate the tech stuff and the hands-on skills kind of stuff. Yeah, which is what we did.
And how about the name?
The name, I don't even remember the suggestions I gave, but at some point he was like, you're in Kakamega, it is at the equator, call it LatitudeZero.
Wow, so simple like that.
I know, that was the inspo. I was like, LatitudeZero Opportunities. We are trying to make sure we will elevate people from zero to a certain place.
Wow, okay.
That was it.
Okay.
So what has been, you said you've owned your business for like 2 years. What are those things you have learned, some of the lessons you can share? How has the journey been for you?
I started by making 2 candles. Let me sound like a motivational speaker.
With one egg. Yeah.
So I went to Nairobi CBD. I had done my research and knew where I could buy essential oils, the wax, the jars, and all that. So I went to town and went to the shop, bought wax. Actually, the people took advantage of my naivety.
Oh no!
Yeah,
they overpriced.
They overcharged me because I went to a shop that sells candle supplies. But then they didn't have the wax, so I told them I need wax. They didn't have the wax. They ordered from the shop
next door.
And they told me just wait here. So they put up their margins, their markup.
Oh no.
Yeah. But then so I bought the essential oils there, and then I also bought some, the other items, the wigs and all that. I had only a budget of 3,000.
Oh wow.
Anyway, that was enough to make 2 big candles. So I made 2 candles. I think they were 300 grams each. One for me and one for my friend.
Oh wow.
So there is this friend of mine that whenever we go to a restaurant, we even order different foods. In fact, like you order what I want to eat, but I can't order it because I'm also ordering something else. So it was the same thing. I went to town. I bought candle supplies worth 3,000 shillings. I wanted to make just 2 candles. So one for my friend. I just made 2 and I needed my friend to taste one. So I gave her one, the eucalyptus and peppermint wine. And I made one for vanilla and jasmine. Okay. So they were 2. So I used the vanilla jasmine one. I tasted the cold throw, the hot throw. And it was really good. I mean, I was so happy. You can imagine the first time I lit that candle. I was so happy. My house smelled so good. And then I gave my friend, I actually took it to her house. And my friend she's not a candle type of girl. So I had to make sure that
it smells good.
It has to be really good because she's not the candles type.
Makes sense.
So when I gave her the candle, I had that in mind. So I needed to know how she would react to it. So I gave her the candle and she lit it. I was just hanging out with her. And then I forgot that there was a candle lit. And then I was asking her, what is that that's smelling so nice? And then, so now, and then she's like, don't be silly, it's the candle you brought. So I mean, I was so proud of myself because it was a first candle.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know, when you're researching online, especially on the University of YouTube, you find people say several things. Sometimes you might make a candle that won't give the scent throw because it's essential oils.
True.
So, and that lady, she bought 2 more candles from me. Now the next batch that I made, I could say the first commercial batch.
Oh, wow.
So she bought 2 of them, and you know, you're supposed to light a candle for like 3 hours at a time, and then maybe you can unaweza izima, and then you can light it again later, so that you can time. But her, she bought the candles, and then she would light them. You know, the candle is supposed to take like 45 hours. Hers would take like 15. Oh, because like. She would light it and from morning. Then I'm like, okay, wait, you're supposed to be switching off, putting off this candle after every like 3 to 4 hours. Wow. And then she was like, you know, I bought this candle to use, not to look at. You know, and this was a girl who could never even buy candles.
So that was like proof of concept.
It was, I was very validated.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Look at you, having good friends who like tell you, yes, this is it. I actually like that approach, and the fact that it was so good to an extent, like somebody just lights it up throughout the day. Yeah. Because when it was so good, validate you. Yeah, and considering it was pure essential oils, not just synthetic oils. So like there was no fear of toxicity or anything like that. Yeah, so and she bought for her friends also, like buys sells to her friends. Yeah, that's a really cool story, honestly. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And of course, I needed to know. You know, your friends can flatter you.
Ah, yes.
So I also marketed to the to other people, and I got repeat buys within the first batch.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I felt validated, and wow. And now from there, it was just now repeat, improve on the formula until I got now like the correct proportions to put.
Oh, wow. And now 2 years down the line, you're still making the candles. People are still buying.
Yes, now I'm looking at expanding.
Damn. Yeah. And you have like, if you look at her, what is it called? Her socials, you'll actually see how she's very good at branding. If you see her stuff, it's aesthetics. I'm telling you, you're the queen of the aesthetics. It's like,
thank you. Yeah, I wanted something that looks elegant and minimalistic. So you know, everybody has their type of decor in the house. I wanted a color that would blend in with any color, any theme that they might have in the house without stealing from it or standing out in a very awkward way.
Nice.
So black and white seemed to be that color.
It's perfect, actually.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could also tell us what has been. You asked me what the challenge or what the journey has been.
Yeah, how that the journey has
so that's how it's been. Yeah, but challenges maybe we can talk after. You tell us how your journey has been with LatitudeZero.
Wow, hey, it was quite the story, honestly, or it has been quite the story. I feel like that journey. It's like, you see the way you are put in the deep end of something and then you have to learn to come out and float. That was exactly how it was. For me, no one really prepared me on how to run a business. Especially, you see, for you, I feel like maybe it might, I'm not trying to say your journey is not, doesn't have challenges. But for me now, the difference is I employed people. Like I became an employer. You know, I think when you're doing it as a solo entrepreneur, it's a bit easier. Yeah. But now when you're employing people, the good, the ugly, and the in-betweens, they come to the surface. For me, I think that no one really prepared me for that. Yeah. And there's times I made lots of mistakes. There's times I had wins. And there's times I would regret my decisions. I'm like, what? And then there's times I would collide with people, including the management of where we were working. And then I'm like, oh my God, the pressure. Because I feel like 6 months down the line, when we started the business in 2019, we started in June. By the end of that year, I felt like I wanted to quit. The pressure I had, I felt like I'm even getting into a depression. And especially now after that, then there was COVID. COVID was even like it like summarized everything for me. It summed it for me. I'm like, I'm now done.
This is the sign.
This is a sign for me to move on and continue looking for other means of employment. And it tested me thoroughly. And mostly it was because of that aspect of working with people. I feel like, before that I had been working as a freelancer and things were running smoothly. But that aspect of working with people in that context, no one had ever prepared me. So I think that was like my biggest challenge, honestly. And now the thing I had to sit down and demystify. And it took me a while to figure out how to sort of be an employee. Because I was an employee to some extent, but still I was an employer again. So you are an employee, then you are also an employer. So for me to find a balance, to be able to execute, like, these are the expectations, and this is, maybe we are managing programs, we are running programs, like, these are the expectations from my employer now, and these are the expectations I have of my employees. These are the expectations we are required to meet for the people we are taking through these programs to get to a place where they are able to be productive, to be able to understand all these programs and become, like, they can even start their businesses if they wanted. Hey, that was a very big challenge. I saw Shege.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, si rahisi. But it taught me a lot also about myself. Like, I realize I'm the most resilient person probably I have ever met.
Yes, you are. I mean,
it tested me to the core. And then the problem with me, I don't know whether it's a problem or it's a good thing. I don't easily quit or give up. It's like, especially when it's my own personal dream, I want to prove a point to myself that I can do it. Is it a good thing?
It's a good thing, especially if it's your own thing. Hey, come on.
It's like I'm trying to prove to myself I'm good enough and I can do this thing. So honestly, story for another day.
So then I don't know, how was it like? Okay, you really got plunged into the business, but how was it motivating yourself to continue when you felt like, I could just close shop? What made you keep going?
I think for me, I had those conversations with myself and also with my business partner. And also, most especially, every time you go to that place where we were working, the progress you would see, the kids there and the people we were working with, it kind of motivated me. Like, maybe you are teaching a certain program. Maybe you are teaching a kid who is like 6 years how to use a computer. Where they are today is not where they would be a week from now. The progress they had made. So for me, I would see the real impact that this business was having on real people. Like, this is a person who knew literally nothing, and now they are an expert at something. There was this kid called John. Everything you showed John was only 7 years. We were teaching them things like Scratch, how to use the computer, how to use even Excel. Nani watoto wadogo at 7 years. Teaching them how to draw using their computers, like your pic or art or something. I can't remember the program. All these things. And John, it got to a place where John could actually show the other kids how to do it. Like, the things that maybe I could not be able to do, he could do. I'd be like, John, come, go and show Jerita. You care? So that, I think that for me, despite that, the fact that I was feeling like I am so done, it kept, like, that was a push. Like, remembering that there's real people who are expecting you to do these things, and real people who are experiencing change. So for me, that was it.
Well, for me, I would not say I felt like quitting, but I've been worried about the future of the business. The way things change with technology. You're like, what if something comes to replace this? You see, there is that. But how I motivate myself to keep going despite that is the fact that this industry I'm in, you're likely to adapt. It's not like likely to be. People will need good fragrances. So it's continuous. Technology will change, but I'm like, it's easier to pivot. Just the same way IBM stopped concentrating more on hardware and went to software because that was where the business was heading. So I look at it the same way for the fragrance business. So it is more likely, instead of being phased out by technology is going to improve on it. So we are going to maybe have new ways of emanating the fragrance, maybe we won't have diffusers. Maybe we'll have more smart devices. Yeah, so that bit actually helped me stick to the business, like not be discouraged, like this technology is going to change things. Yeah, so it's a line of business that is likely to pivot into something that is more technologically improved.
Advanced,
yeah.
So in short, you will remain in business for as long as you want.
That's how I see it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And what has been sort of like your biggest challenge while running the business?
Well, capital. You see, I started with 2 candles.
Yeah, you're like, I started from the bottom and now I'm here.
Yes. So my friends gave me the money to scale up from those 2 candles.
Props to your friends.
Yes, I have really good friends. I don't know what I did to deserve them. Yeah, so I got some money from my friends. It was like a grant. It was not a loan.
Oh, wow. See? That's even better. Makes it even easy.
Yeah, I made more candles. But then, you see, like, you need to scale up from there.
Yeah.
Now, I need, like, to scale more. And for a long time, I wasn't able to scale up from the first initial investment. So, you would make money. You have needs, bills to pay. And then you end up spending that money on your bills. Emergencies and all that. So you spend the business money, because definitely when I started, I wasn't having any other source of income. So I would use the same money I've sold the candles, use it to pay my rent, and it's the same money I'm supposed to use to get more raw materials to make more candles. So that was a big challenge. The other challenge is you'd get a client who wants maybe a huge number of candles at the same time, and you don't have them.
The capacity. And even
Yeah. And the other thing has been the price.
Okay.
Well, of course, essential oils are very expensive. Because I use essential oils, not just fragrance oils. Fragrance oils are cheaper. But then if I use essential oils, you know, like that small,
the markup.
Small 15 ml is like 900.
Oh.
But you mean, so you see, like, so some people might say, oh, your candles are expensive compared to the other ones. Of course, there are other candles made with just pure fragrances. Fragrances, synthetic fragrances, and they sell at a cheaper price. And you have to compete with that.
Wow.
You know. So some people do not even understand why
this is the difference.
Yeah, they don't get the difference. So they just say yours are expensive. Well, they're not cheap. They're not cheap, but I think I have gotten my clientele. They understand. Yeah, so I also came to learn that I do not have to sell to everyone. Yes. Yeah, so there are people who understand that I want a candle that will not just smell nice, but will actually have health effects. Can you imagine you're buying a lavender candle?
Yeah.
Lavender is supposed to make you feel relaxed and calm you down.
Okay.
Like, for instance, if you are using it in the evening, it should help you to calm down in a way that you'll be able to sleep better or faster.
Yeah.
But then you find a lavender candle, it just has fragrance oils. You light it up. 2 hours later, you're still as awake as when you started, you know? Yeah, but then with essential oils, that candle is actually supposed to make you feel sleepy.
Interesting.
So when I'm making my candle, actually when I was mixing my lavender candles, when I was done with it, I fell asleep. Like that, I'm like, this is going to be
to bed.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. So you find that, like, for instance, the eucalyptus candle, it's supposed to make you feel invigorated, refreshed, or awake. But then if it's just a eucalyptus fragrance oil, it will just smell like eucalyptus. It will smell good.
Oh, wow.
But it won't make you feel like, you know, you want to take a deep breath. You are feeling like, you know, energized. You know, there isn't that. So I wanted a candle that actually has real effects, not just the fragrances.
Have you found a way to, like, communicate the differentiation of the two, like just the normal candles people make and now your type of candles?
In my initial design of the labels, I did not quite indicate that. But in the next phase of rebranding and redesigning of labels and packaging, it's definitely going to be included that this is an essential oil candle.
Yeah.
Or it's an essential oil diffuser, not just a fragrance oil diffuser.
That's true. Because I kind of feel like for people who know candles and maybe they've done their research and why they prefer certain whatevers, they'd be able to differentiate by the fact that you indicate everything there. Then they'll be like, yeah, this is exactly what I want.
Yeah, so in the next phase, definitely we learn as we go.
I know. Yeah, but there's the one thing I've learned about business, that just get started. Don't
wait until you have everything.
Yeah. Some of these things are things you learn as you go, and then you now be like, let me tweak these to fit these. This is what the client wants, and also when you get the feedback, as you said, from your previous clients, then it helps you improve on your product or whatever it is, the service you're offering. So
yeah. So what would you say would have been the challenges of LatitudeZero?
Honestly, the challenges of LatitudeZero, I could write a book, but I would still want to focus on the human-centered aspect of it. Like you're working with, at the time we've been working with kids from the ages of around 6 to young people who are in their early 20s. And also now there's the aspect of now managing employees. I feel like when we introduce our programs, you see the way in Kenya we've been taught to go to school, get your KCPE, KCSE, then go to uni or college and get a certificate, get employed. You see?
And then after that, get married, work,
get children,
retire.
So like for us, we started from a place where we needed to demystify that, because you are going to a place where now, apart from the school curriculum, these people are being taught, you're introducing programs they'll be learning on the side, because most of them are actually in school. You get? Yes, they're going through all these curriculums, and now you're telling them they have to learn a hands-on skill. And CBC had not even become a thing. So and some of those things are very CBC oriented anyway. And then you're teaching a high school student how to code. They still haven't grasped why like it's important for them to learn coding, or why maybe eventually something like gaining skills like computer literacy and getting to a point where they can do even stuff like data entry in the future. They're not getting it. So initially it was so hard to bring everyone on board, and even the participants themselves, to show them that this is very meaningful for you. It will contribute to your growth eventually. And now looking back is when some of them reach out to me. There's some who are even asking me for jobs. Others are like, oh, by the way, now that you taught us data entry, can you help me find a data entry job? Can you help me find a virtual assistant job? So it's when it clocks way, I feel like it clocks way later, because it has not been normalized in the Kenyan system for kids to embrace these other things on the side that can create employment for them. And then when now it came to like hiring, I had never necessarily had a process, which is something now I have been looking into. I'm thinking like in my next adventures, if I'm hiring people, this is the structure, this is how we go about it. So for me, I think for the longest we never put structures of our hiring process or firing or whatever, or people management. I remember at some point there's this guy we asked to come and teach the kids Scratch. That guy like literally took advantage of us. We paid him and he did very little. And he was also a friend of ours, and also working with family. I could tell tales. Working with family. I remember when we started the business also, I worked with my siblings. It was a very big blessing, and also at some point now it also ended up becoming a bit of a challenge. But my siblings have helped me grow my company, and I'm grateful to them for showing up. But at some point you probably run into some of those challenges where maybe somebody might feel unappreciated, or maybe you feel like you're doing a little bit too much. So if you lack structures, then it becomes it can become a big deal that can be blown out of proportion. So that's a hard lesson I learned. And going into the future, it's something I would want to do better. Like, it doesn't matter who I'm working with, whether it's my family or it's other people. This is how we do our things. This is the structure. This is the standard operation procedure. We follow it through. If it's not working for you, then leave. If it's working for you, stay. Something like that. There's
also another challenge I forgot. Kenya, raw materials are expensive.
Oh, wow.
And then you're competing with imported products.
Yes.
Now, you'd find that something is priced at your cost of production before you put up your markup is what the other imported products are being sold at, and yet they already have their markup. Oh, imagine having to compete with such kind of
that's stiff competition.
Yeah, and then I feel like getting items that we need for production in Kenya is also something that the government hasn't really been intentional with. So you might import something, you buy it at maybe 100 shillings online. When it comes to Kenya, you'll pay 500 shillings to get that thing that you bought at 100 shillings.
Hey.
You see? Or the shipping cost, like it's so a high. Bit enabling the fact that our country is not very industrialized.
It's not, by the way.
Yeah, so we have to import like the jars, the wax, the wigs. It's like we're importing everything, the fragrance, and like, so when they come here, like everybody has to include their shipping costs. Now, someone in China would get those same items, or someone maybe in Europe would get the same items. It's a very low cost. Yeah. So when they just import them here, they're only adding the shipping costs. Oh no. But then you're starting your costs is their selling price. Hey. You know, it's very high.
That is competition you can't even work around.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe sometimes the products are good quality. So you cannot even say they're not good quality than yours. Yeah. Yeah. So
wow.
It's a challenge that we have to live with. I don't know. I just wish our country was more industrialized, but now it is not.
It's not at all.
But maybe the most immediate things maybe the government could do is at least for the things that we import for production, like, you know, maybe they could have lower tariffs. And,
I agree with you, honestly. Yeah, the government is doing so badly on that.
Yeah.
And what has been like your biggest lesson on an individual level, like running the business? Like, what has it taught you?
First of all, things might not go as planned. You need to have room for disappointment, or you need to be ready to adapt. You might think that maybe once I bring these things, I make this number of goods, I'm going to sell, get this. You know, it's not like book. It's not like book. It's called textbook.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like business vitu kwa ground different sana, because
I agree.
You're like in school, you learned how to do personal selling, or do this, go to social media, sponsor your ads. It's not automatic. Once people see your ad that you're going to buy, you see, so there is a lot that goes to that. So I learn to expect anything, and be ready to, you know, adapt. Yeah, like vitu zinaweza change the time that you do not expect. So be ready to pivot, be ready to restart, be ready to... Sometimes you can make some things and you have to recall your products. Yeah, maybe it didn't go very well. Maybe a certain batch didn't come out as you are supposed to, you know.
Especially with stuff like that, it's very sensitive.
Handmade things. Yeah, so
true. Oh wow. And also you talked about you do crochet. How has that journey looked like for you, by the way?
Well,
because we have really dealt with
so for crochet, I decided to do, I used to do, when I was like 6 years old, I learned how to do crochet.
Nice.
That's how I used to pass my time, because that was the only way I could spend my time alone as the only girl in the family, because I didn't have anyone to play with. My brothers used to go and play boyish games.
Okay.
So while I'm at home and I'm alone, I would crochet. I used to crochet bags for my classmates. And then they pay me with very stupid currency. Edibles.
Really?
Just biscuits, oranges, you know.
It's good you have specified the edibles.
Not the other edibles. So it wasn't like money. It wasn't money. So, but anyway, that gave me practice. And then I forgot about that. And then now, about 2 years ago, actually looked around. I was going around with my friend to look for a beachwear that she wanted to go on a holiday.
Oh wow.
And then when we went to look at the crochet items that were being sold, I realized they were just so basic.
And
they
expensive.
are just so basic and expensive. And then I'm like, this is something I could have made for you, you know.
Oh, when she says basic, trust me, she makes like really cool stuff. It's top tier. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought, I mean, you mean you're paying 6,000 for this thing that I could make for you like in 2 hours, you know? So, but then again, I wouldn't make such a thing if I were to make for you something to go on holiday with. So I thought I did not see as much creativity as I expected.
Okay.
People are just making basic things. And then I thought, I already have this skill. How about I try to make some of these things? So I went on Pinterest, looked for ideas, and decided to make, you know, a dress. It was a floral dress. Yes. Ooh. So
still turning heads.
So I decided to make a floral dress, and I got so many compliments. I got orders. You see? So actually, that is when I started to make other items. And now for the crochet business, it's been going very well. And it's been, I could say, the best use of my time, because when I'm listening to podcasts, when I'm watching movies, when I'm just resting, when I don't want to do anything, I crochet. It's like every bit of my time where my hands are not involved in something else,
you're crocheting.
I'm crocheting.
Nice.
Yeah, so I feel that one has been like, that's where I get to express myself by being very creative, tweaking. Of course, I learn things online, but I tweak to create my own things.
I feel like for you can even make something by just looking at it. You're like,
yeah, this
patterns.
one, yeah. So I like make better versions of it.
Makes sense. Yeah. Wow.
You also crochet. So how is that going?
Yes, actually, when I have been running LatitudeZero, I think the last programs we had been doing, I was teaching kids how to crochet. It was nice. I taught them how to make sweaters and all that. I think I like also when I teach people skills, honestly, apart from making. So right now, I do make like stuff like bags, sweaters. I think for me, I have not been so serious in the context of crocheting for like to sell, but crocheting to like teach people as a skill. I have actually made a lot of money from that.
By then you do very well with teaching. You are teaching people.
I should have been a teacher.
I think maybe you can really do very well in teaching. You have a passion for teaching.
I can show you something from scratch all the way. So I think the money I have made from teaching the skill versus like selling the end product is a lot more. But as I was telling you today, I want to challenge myself to actually, I have always been the worst when it comes to marketing my own stuff. Yes. So I want to learn how to to market. So I want to start trying more stuff and stocking them up, and then I can, if I have like a few items of each of something, or maybe like 2 sweaters, 2 whatevers, and then I can start showing like people like, hey, this is what I make, and then people can place orders, because I think that was what has worked for you. You've gone for it, you've done it. And then
I mean, at every particular point, there has to be something I'm working on, whether it has been ordered or not. Yes. So I look for something that is likely to sell out.
True.
Yeah, so I make that, and I feel like that is an area. Okay, you have patience with teaching. I do not.
You don't.
So even when I look for, when I have like a tight schedule and someone has to make for me, I have to look for someone who already knows how to do it.
Oh wow. Yeah,
so I think I'm better at marketing.
We should combine efforts.
Probably.
Yeah. On it. So what has, in all of these, like what has been like your biggest lessons running a business, like something you can tell somebody out here who wants to start a business?
Start a business because you want to.
Not because
you've looked around and you've seen that business makes money.
For Nani.
It might be working for them. You don't know how much effort or the other things behind that they do, the other part of the iceberg. So it has to be something you have interest in. It's actually, there are days you don't feel like doing something, but because you have interest in it, it would be easier to do something that you have an interest in.
That's true.
So the other thing would be do your research. So that you don't find that you're in the middle of your project and there is something you totally missed out that was important for your business, which you did not factor in. Especially if you're making something that has to do with consumption, not a service business, like something that people are going to consume, like inhale or something. It has to be really, you have to do quite the research. Because the implication that might come because of harm, I don't think your business would.
Worth it. I hear you. I think for me, I would say the things I have learned throughout my business has been, you really want to something and you feel convicted to do it, don't stop holding yourself back. Like, go for it and give it a shot. You might never know. It's those small ideas that could actually create employment for you and for other people. And all of us, we have some creativity to some extent, but most of the times what holds us back is fear of trying.
Wanting to be perfect the first time.
Yes, you're waiting for the perfect moment. If you imagine, you started with 2 candles. If you imagine if you had waited until the day you get a TCG money to produce 100 candles.
Well, I made some mistakes. That would have been a mistake over
a big one. I know, exactly. But you started with what you have. So I think sometimes why the reason why young people don't start business is because when we are thinking business, we're thinking capital kubwa. But sometimes maybe you just actually need what is it called, minimum viable product. Ile ya kuvalidate your idea like you did when you put those 2 candles out and somebody loved it. And then from there you take it up from there. So get started on that dream or whatever it is.
And I think you really need to be convinced. Be sold on your own idea. Because
True.
when you're trying to tell your friend what you're trying to do for their perspective, some of them might try to discourage you.
And they don't see it.
And they tell you, oh, there are too many people in this industry who are already doing this. You know, how many clothes shops open up every year and we still buy clothes?
True.
I mean, so there can't be enough of these things.
And that reminds me, before you started Akayaa, we had a conversation. That time I wasn't even living in Nairobi. You were like, oh, I have this kind of business. I want to. You remember that conversation?
You didn't discourage. In fact, you encouraged me.
I remember you telling me, you were like, this is the kind of business I wanted to start. I don't know what. I was like, please go for it. You know. Honestly, it was. And now look at the journey. I'm so proud of you, by the way.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you. Anyway, those have been some of the lessons we've learned. Honestly, that's sort of our founder journey. Check out Akayaa Living on all social media platforms, right?
Akayaa Living.
So thank you, Jerita, for letting us into the secret of your journey.
Thank you too for showing us our founder's journey for us. With more of it's so many things in one. LatitudeZero.
I know.
So, and I have seen you run the LatitudeZero, and I can see your commitment. I mean, if I started a company, I would totally hire you to run it and trust you to do everything. You do it so well. You do it so well.
I think it takes courage, especially for us women, to like put ourselves out there and try something. And I would, my last word would be, as young women out here, don't hold yourself back. Whatever business idea you have, try it, pitch it to your friends, to your family. Whoever believes in you, they'll invest in you. Run with it.
And actually, someone told me something. When you want to start a business and you need to get ideas, pitch it to people who actually are in business. Your employed friends might actually discuss.
They might not see it.
They might not see it. They might not see it the way you see it. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights. We appreciate you here at Safari Young Podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you. Until the next video, I've been your host, Miss Kimaru. Bye.
Bye.